runs of my governorship process. I bring a lot of experience to the table that the other candidates don't have. Although I do have several Supreme Court cases, I am not a lawyer. My opponents are lawyers. I'm a fire chief, I'm an emergency medical technician, I've been in engineering, I've designed computer chips in the early 80s, I've ran several different businesses, consulting practices, and greenhouse operations. I'm currently doing farming and researching into alternative energies. I've just recently installed a large panel, solar panel at my house in Grafton, and this is my second house that I had solar. My other house back in the 80s had solar also. So I'm a proponent of being independent in more ways than one, especially energy independence. And as governor, I want to make sure all the citizens have the ability to be independent of not only foreign influences, but also influences from the federal government so they can live their lives freely as they see fit.
All right, so we'll get into the questions then. Okay. If elected, what will be your highest priority for the state of New Hampshire?
My highest priority is to make sure we have a business environment that allows businesses to operate freely with the amount of regulations to ensure consumer protection. The reason why we want business to operate because freely is we want businesses to hire people, and we want to reduce the burden that businesses have in hiring that employee. Currently, we have a lot of oversight from various different agencies. I was talking to a farmer last month where Department of Labor heavily weighed on the side of the employee for an injury that was trivial, but basically punished the farm operation. And so we have to have a fair balance in this. We have to have people that want to work, encouraged to work, so that our social service systems are not overly burdened. And to do that, we have to have the environment where people can do that without government watching closely over their backs. The other part of that equation is to have a court system that is clean, fair, and transparent. Our court system here in New Hampshire, I would have to say, rates right there with Louisiana. The decisions coming out of the Supreme Court sometimes defy logic and definitely defy the Constitution. We also have a family court system that has no oversight. It's basically a closed system. We don't know, if you've been like me, been going around the state for over a decade, you hear some of the hard luck stories, and a lot of that is court imposed. And I think if more people were aware of it, we'd have less incidents like Thomas Ball here in Keene. And I think it's very critical that we as a people have a compassionate court system that listens. And I feel that's not happening right now. We need to change that environment. And that's why I am fully in favor of Constitutional Amendment Question 2, which is to have oversight of the court. So that the legislature, when they need to see something, they can sit there, overlook it, and make the proper corrections so that the judicial can't go off their merry way.